once you remove that piece, yeah, I think we all know what's going to happen, and that's what needs to happen, and that's going to be the ultimate reward of the trade, more so than the return, is that it's cementing you in McKenna territory.
Fuck, we need something to show after the season we've been through so far. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the In the Dome podcast. Flames lose to the Columbus Blue Jackets last night. Perfect tank game. I saw a lot of people mentioning that. Hard-fought game. Kept it close. Kept it interesting. Andersson fought. Can we trade this guy before he fucking also goes on the IR?
Just gotta wait. Just gotta wait till he takes just fighting. He's playing 40 minutes a night, doing everything.
Trade value, though, is he not?
Yeah, I don't know how you don't watch last night and be like, "Fuck, we really need that guy on our team."
We'll get to the rumor mill. Apparently, the Flames are close to trading Andersson. Is what everybody's saying. But I wanted to bring this up. Would that not have been the perfect last game for Andersson in Columbus with the Gaudreau family? Got all that footage, gets in a fight, scores a goal. That would be the perfect finalization stamp for Andersson with his tenure in Calgary, would it not be? Like, that's just that would be perfect.
Absolutely. That was my thought too. I was like, that's going to be a last game. That's a great last game. You probably kind of even wonder. I don't even know if you wonder, Connie seeing that Columbus game on the schedule and being like, hey, there's, we don't want to trade him.
Before that, of course, they
that
wouldn't.
Game. Yes. Because, Meredith was there. The kids were there. It always brings my spirits up, makes me less, grumpy on the show to see those cute kids. And,
his
obviously
is so cute. With Andersson in the stall next to him.
So cute. She's just sitting there, not saying anything. She has that jacket on, that custom made Flames jacket. So
I love how they're all wearing Flames gear. It's the best.
Oh yeah. It's great. All the kids had on Flames dukes and stuff. So, Andersson, for those of us who have been a fan of the team for a long time, he's really the last remaining, guy from that era of the team. I mean, other than Backlund, of course, but he's been here forever. So, it really will be weird once he's gone, because it truly is over. But yeah, great last game. Played awesome. Maybe he's scrapping for the fans. I wish the goal was good enough though, Ras. Like, okay, cool it. Okay. No more fights. Even if you have one more game, you can relax a little bit. I think your trade value you're good, but that's a great legacy game for Rasmus Andersson, who's been a great Flame. We've all enjoyed watching him play. Been a great player for the team. Drafted, he's second round pick. He's been awesome. So that would be a really good last game. I agree.
Pat Steinberg was reporting that he wouldn't be surprised if Andersson is traded in the next 24 to 48 hours. This was post-game last night.
Yeah, it seems like it's heated up. It seems like now is the time. And we'd heard they want to do it before the Olympic break. And it just feels like with the way he's playing, with how, like Elliot was talking about this on 32 Thoughts, with how many minutes he's playing, like even the Flames know, like, holy shit, we can't be screwing around much longer with this, If he gets hurt,
Coleman gets injured, he's on the IR now. You don't want to this is your next biggest trade piece. You don't want to play him into an injury.
And also, since they learned so much from the Hanifin thing, I guess I'm glad we learned that lesson, but it'd also be nice if we didn't have to fuck up and then have to learn a lesson from that and then not fuck up. But, I think they know that getting this done sooner than later and having their own internal deadline is important as well.
Was it Friedman reporting that the Flames are getting aggressive?
No, they are.
NHL trade rumors is saying report Flames are getting aggressive. On an Andersson trade, Friedman notes a desire to move him before the Olympics. Key interested parties, the Golden Knights, the Kings, and Detroit. Talks not close yet due to extension needs.
Yeah. This is
take care of that player before we trade him.
Well, this is the issue. This is what I was saying last year. like you get into this extension thing and it becomes a huge factor and, can limit your market. And even though he is playing great, even though his trade value should be at a certain level, if it gets down to it, the player still has ultimate control. If he doesn't want to sign somewhere, it doesn't matter that if Detroit has an offer on the table that looks pretty good, if he doesn't want to, that's contingent on him signing, doesn't matter what's on the table if he doesn't want to sign there. So, we'll see. I still think this should have been done last year. I'm not going to poo-poo the trade return too much because, even with the Hanif thing, even though it was a debacle, I'd still have that first-round pick we got from Vegas over, keeping Hanifin or whatever. But, they should have played that differently. They would have got a better return. So I think when all is said and done, I'm going to be happy with the return, but I think it would have been better last year. I really do, but we'll see, I guess. Maybe Connie's got some tricks up his sleeve.
Peg, note reporting Anderson. The trade talk has picked up since the holiday freeze. Everybody's kind of been reporting the last couple of days that the Anderson trade is likely to happen.
Steinberg said we're in the end game here. So if you look at the Flames schedule, you know what? Gould made this point. It's like on one of his shows the other day that the Flames don't ever trade guys when they're not at home. Of course they don't, eh? The Flames always have these weird little ticks. It's like no trades can ever be done on the road. Got to make sure everybody's comfy-wumpy.
So they got one more. They got one more trade. One more game in Chicago Thursday night. So does he play his final game in Chicago?
Maybe.
I think that should be his last game.
That should be his last game. Even if he's not traded, he shouldn't play. You can't keep risking this, dude.
Sit him out, protect your asset. Yeah. It sounds like something's in the works. You got 3 full days before the next home game, Saturday afternoon against the Islanders.
And then a huge homestand heading into the Olympic break to close out the month. So,
and Bobby Munich pointed out post game that, look, you ship a guy like Anderson out, like he's been one of your best players throughout the season, and him and Coleman have been single-handedly keeping this team together. Pulling up the stats since the Don Maloney baloney rant, the Flames are 14-10-1.
Getting closer to that 500 mark, eh?
And Flames in their last 6 games are 1-5. 5 losses in their last 6 games. It's funny because they went on a bit of a heater there, and to what? Newer Flames fans, more gullible Flames fans. They were 1 point of a playoff spot.
We're so back,
and we're just sitting here and it's like, oh my god, we've lived through this cock tease nonstop in the last 5 to 8 years. We know what's going to happen. There's no more even debating whether the Flames can make the playoffs or not. We know how the story goes.
Yeah. What are we sitting in 30th today? 1 point ahead of Winnipeg.
Winnipeg's coming around.
Winnipeg
3 straight wins.
Yeah. So it's a good.
Winnipeg will surpass us.
Winnipeg will surpass us. Their goal differential is what it is. They still have enough good players. It's really been 3 teams this year that I think have sucked for the majority of the season, or not even sucked, but been kind of like cemented as bottom 5, bottom 3 teams. And it's Vancouver, it's us, and it's St. Louis. And that's kind of borne out right now where St. Louis has 44 points. We have 42 points. Vancouver has 37 points. And all of those 3 teams, their goal differential is very poor. St. Louis and Vancouver is way worse. They've been playing terrible hockey. But, again, even though you're getting on some of these streaks, I was like, whoa, 14-10-1. Whoa, they went on that little heater, 7-3-1 in the last 10, whatever it was last month.
10-1.
Kadri's playing amazing. Whoa, all these guys, and they're still in 30th, after all is said and done. So, this might finally be the fucking year. And once Anderson is traded, because if he's not in the lineup, last night, what is he playing? Last night he played, 22, 23 minutes, 25 minutes in the win over Pittsburgh, 24 against Boston. He played 26 minutes the other night against Nashville. Bro, once you remove that piece, think we all know what's going to happen, and that's what needs to happen, and that's going to be the ultimate reward of the trade, more so than the return, is that it's cementing you in McKenna territory.
Fuck, we need something to show after the season we've been through so far.
Yeah, well, I think,
like, imagine you have to come on here,
dude,
as Flames fans and actively watch your team hoping they lose, just so you know that the management will make the right decisions.
So they do the right thing. Well, I think if you weren't at that point at the beginning of the season, or 2 weeks into the season, or 3 weeks, where it's like, we need to come away from this season with the top 3 pick, otherwise it's a total debacle failure. You have to be at that point now, right? You have to be. Do you not? With 36 games remaining and you're in 30th, and this has just been a real slog to watch these games. I'm watching last night and I'm like, holy fuck, dude. What am I watching? How am I watching this? Just Huberdeau going through the motions again. Kadri's back to being, what does he have? 1 point in his last 9 games?
Kadri's last 11 games, 0 goals, 1 assist. He's got 1 point in 11 games, dude.
The Huberdeau.
Need more Kadris. Don't need less of them. Need more of them.
Huberdeau tank commander is back. But, it's so rough.
Did he ever really leave?
No, he didn't. They tried to convince you that he left. They tried to trick you and say he was good last year. He's reinvented his game and he's a power forward. No, he's not. He sucks.
I like how he had a good little stretch of hockey early on, and reports that there might even be some teams interested in, but I'm not so sure the Flames would be interested in that trade.
And we laughed our asses off. I remember I don't know if it was Elliot or who said that, but I was like, yeah, that's exactly
it was
how
Elliot,
it goes.
yeah.
That's exactly how it goes. It's like Kadri plays amazing. He's 35, and it's like, holy fuck, we can't trade this guy. We need more Kadris. Then he goes 10 games where he doesn't touch the puck and has 1 point, and it's like, oh, fuck. Is his trade value going down? Huberdeau sucks for 4 years. He has 1 week where he's good, and everyone's like, oh, man, we don't even need to trade him. We should keep him.
Breaking news coming from Bet365 or a nail-biting overtime. It is a barn burner, every face-off, hat-trick, power play, shot on goal, penalty shot, and every suspenseful minute in between is amazing, whatever the moment. It's never ordinary at Bet365, an official partner of the NHL. Download the Bet365 app and use the code NATION to get in on the game. Must be 19 or older. Please play responsibly. What's the difference right now with, I mean, if you look at Kadri, 1 point in his last 10 games, do you think he's just kind of like, holy fuck?
Yeah.
I can't keep doing this.
Totally.
The style of play that this coach is asking us to play every single night is the most boring hockey of all time. We're supposed to just grind out 2-1 wins.
You got to win 2-1.
That's the MO. We can't have any excitement. We can't bring any young guys in. We can't do any, do you think this is indicative of his last 10 games, is that he's starting to check out
and I think
starting to read the writing on the wall in terms of this team isn't making the playoffs. And we're actually in a rebuild, and you're likely going to be trading Andersson, possibly Coleman, because all the reports have been, well, if the Flames are going to deal Calgary, it's going to be because his agent says it's time, or the player comes to us. And do you think maybe we're getting closer to that? Because like you said, if it's true, and it sounds like it is, if Pat Steinberg is reporting on it, he's the closest to the organization. If an Andersson trade happens in the next 24 hours, he's been a key piece in keeping your team relatively competitive on a night-to-night basis. If he's gone, like you said, that helps you finish lower in the standings. If the Coleman deal gets made, is Kadri not going to be like, yeah, it's time? Why the fuck would he want to stay? Why? Nobody likes Calgary that much.
That's what I was going to say. It's like, yeah, Calgary's looking pretty shitty. Like, once you're staring down the barrel of like, fuck, I still got 2 more years here. But and I got to sit next to Huberdeau, and he's like, Kadri, Kadri's in the dressing room. He sees Coleman go to let's say he goes to Tampa, Anderson's in Dallas or something. Kadri turns to his right. It's Huberdeau. He turns to his left. It's Huska. He's like, okay, guys, we just got to play. Just got to play a little slow. We got to play a little lower event hockey. ChatGPT said if we score 1 goal tonight, we should be able to win.
ChatGPT said if we take less chances on this next game, we got a better shot of winning.
Nas, no more deeks. You can't be deking guys out. He looks over in the corner and just sees like Don Maloney just sitting there. Yeah, it's really awesome. So
remember how good we are in this room here, everybody. We are 1 point away from making the playoffs. We got Mackenzie Weegar, goddammit.
Remember, yikes. Speaking of having a rough season, remember back in 2024, that last stretch where we went like 18-5-3. We are good. Kadri's just like, oh my God. I think that will be a real. How could it not be? Because, like you said, who likes Calgary that much? You know, you get to that point where it's like, if you're a guy like Kadri, even though comfort and family, like, yeah, okay, but you know, at a certain point, don't you just go like, holy fuck, dude, like I gotta get out of here? Because I think that's what happened with when the Lindholm thing first happened. It was a ripple effect. It was kind of like once they did that first move, it was like, oh yeah. Everybody else kind of just looked around and was like, yeah, I think the grass is greener in Vegas. Yeah, you know what? I think Dallas does look nice. You know what? Yeah. You know what? Yeah, I think New Jersey, Markstrom. Yeah, I think New Jersey. Yeah, you know,
yeah, it's like the 5-minute mile effect.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Nobody thinks it's possible. No one even thinks about it. It's part of your current paradigm, and then once someone breaks that paradigm, then everybody's like, "Oh, okay, I see Rasmus. Look at how much success he's having on that team that's in a playoff hunt. They're in a playoff spot."
Oh, and bro, I've been saying this about Rasmus.
That sounds like fun.
Exactly. It sounds like fun. I've been saying this about Rasmus forever. And I mean, it really started with like Sam Bennett. It's like the telephone game. It's like as soon as that first guy got out of Calgary and was like, holy fuck, guys, I got to tell you, you guys got to get the fuck out of there. You know, Sam Bennett went to Florida. He's like on Matthew Tkachuk, bro, run. Tkachuk's like, yeah, I'm dipping. And it's just like gone down that line. It's like you think a guy like Andersson, like we said, he's the last vestige of that old team. He's seen everybody leave and go on to do way better things. So I think, you know, if you're a veteran in the NHL and you have any competitive spirit at all, and you will see those players go, like, you know, and you'll want to go. So I think maybe that's just wishful thinking, and it's like, hey, Kadri will eventually come to the team and be like, hey, yeah, I do actually want to trade, but You've got to think that's crossing his mind at some point. We're going over the fucking boards every night, playing 2-1 for Huska. You're in 30th. You've missed the playoffs 3 years in a row after winning the cup. 4 years in a row going on. Come on.
That's why I brought this up is like that last season under Daryl Sutter. No one wanted to play hockey anymore.
Yeah.
Like, are we not getting close to that again?
Oh, yeah.
Like now you lose 5 of the last 6 playing this grind 'em out style and still not good enough to get wins. At some point, these veterans, like if you're Kadri, it's like, what am I fucking doing?
Well,
yeah, Backlund seems to be thriving and loving this, but
Backlund's just celebrating like they win the cup, scoring tying goals. He's special though. He's our own little special guy. So,
Chris Johnson regarding Nazem Kadri, I don't think the Flames are inclined to move him.
Yeah, of course they're not.
It's gonna have to be either ... Another team being very forceful in trying to get him. I could see that happening. Or him and his agent going to the Flames management and saying, look, it's time. And I think just based on the conversation we're having right now about this, if this continues to go this way and all signs point to that, especially if you move out a piece like Andersson, I could actually start to see it happening.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. I agree.
Like if you're Kadri,
even if it's not Andersson, if it's Coleman, you know.
Well, it sounds like Andersson's going to happen this week.
If they do Coleman as well, though, and then you're Kadri and you're sitting there, like I said, you look to your right. Who's left in this organization? Who's a winner? Who I want to, you know, it's Hubert. You're sitting there with Hubert every day. Hubert, Owen, Backlund. And you're just like, I'm going to kill myself. I got to go win something. Yeah.
Well, especially guys like I didn't even see Coleman at this stage of the game saying, you know what, Craig, I've thought about it. Talked to my family about it. It would suck to go. It would be painful for us to leave, but I'm at the tail end of my career. I'm having a great season. I got teams that want me. I think it's time. I just feel like there's an energy shifting. You look at last night. You're down 2-0. Frost gets the tying goal.
Who?
Frost.
Oh yeah.
It's just like sometimes when I can't sit down and watch the game, I'll watch the ticker. Oh, who scored? Was it Coronado? Was it Zari? Oh, no, it's Frost.
Back.
Yeah. Great. Is Farabee still playing? He hasn't hit the scoreboard in a while.
Why do we have so many guys, dude? Stromgren's playing 6 minutes tonight.
This is the nature when you combine the amount of skill we have on this team with this fucking style of play that Huska. We talked about it after last season. That was one of our biggest concerns going to the next year. Our prediction was like they can't play grinded out playoff level hockey for 82 games. It's just you need skill to get you through that long of a season, and we just don't have it. I mean, outskilled against the Abs the other night.
Well, even the skill that we do have is being, I would say, suppressed.
Big time. Bro, what's going on with Prek?
I don't know. Is he actually hurt?
Or
is
somebody
just,
threw out healthy scratch?
I guess technically he is a healthy scratch, right? Because he's not on IR. And he will qualify for that AHL conditioning stint soon, if I believe I'm correct in that. So I'm sure they'll jump at the chance to send him down.
Oh, just jump at it. He's got a lot to learn.
Yeah, Rob says, Robert Munich, St. Prek be a healthy scratch on Thursday. That'll be 5 straight healthy scratches in a row. He will be eligible to go to the AHL for 2-week conditioning stint. You know Huska's dying to get him down there.
Just dying.
Get down to the Wranglers, son. You got a lot to learn.
Stromgren comes up. What's been his minutes per night?
Oh yeah, well,
I like how there's always this rhetoric from management and coaching that can't call these players up because they got to be playing 12 to 15 minutes a night.
Yeah, we don't want them sitting with them. What we want them doing is playing. That's the ultimate number one thing we need. 6 minutes is first game. 7 minutes. 6 minutes. Here's his game log. See, and this also, it's just like, why? Why do I have to watch Huberdeau skate around like a dork for 17 minutes tonight? And Stromgren's 22. They put up this stat about like how many games he's played in the AHL before his NHL debut. And it's just like, holy fuck, dude. What's even the point? What's even the point of having someone play 600 AHL games till they're 22 and calling them up to play 5 minutes a night? I don't get it.
It's ridiculous.
Stromgren's ice time through his first 3 NHL games, 621, 727, 804. Ridiculous, dude. Hey, dude, we're selling Rebigle shirts now. Have you seen this?
Yes. Please bring this up. This is great.
This is awesome. I think this was Rhett's idea, or whoever's idea this was in marketing. Great job. I like how all the Oilers t-shirts, it's like if you go to the Oilers, like on Nation Gear, like it's all like, I love Draisaitl, like McDavid's the king, McJesus, all this fun shit. And then you go to like the Flames Nation and it's like Mission McKenna, Rebigle. It's all just like this, how much we fucking hate this team. But yeah, the barn break, great Rebigle shirt, nationgear.ca.
Definition of all time. Read this out.
Yeah, dude, this is amazing.
It's in I can't even find it, but it's in it's kind of like a Wikipedia.
Yeah, it's
style.
like you go to your dictionary, Rebigle, verb. It's informal, stupid. To endeavor to construct a competitive or at least respectable hockey team, but to fail so comprehensively that a full rebuild inadvertently occurs. Dude,
that's
A+. Whoever wrote the copy, a fucking great job.
Yeah, that's
outstanding. I couldn't have even done this.
No,
as well.
That's like perfection. That's chef's kiss.
Secondary definition: to publicly profess playoff ambition while occupying the lowest position in the standings for prolonged periods. To reframe collapse as development and failure as a plan. Bro,
dude, and it's unbelievable that that's the cold stark truth of it all.
And that's what it's just like perfect.
It's unbelievable. Hopefully Connery sees this and
There's also just there's a
feels at least an ounce of shame and
yeah,
embarrassment.
there's an asterisk to this. After finishing in what observers described peak sadness, Calgary's management finally admitted that the Rebigle was on. So that's a great definition. That's perfect. That's excellent work. That's the best thing I've ever seen. Like you said, for somebody to so pointedly fucking nail the Calgary Flames as an organization, I hope the team sees that and feels shame.
Unbelievable. So you got 10 games left, 4 games above 500 since the Rebigle rant. I think they can do it. I think they can get back down to 500 hockey by the end of this stretch, and the Rebigle will continue.
Hey, buddies. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Also, if you could throw in a like and subscribe, it does help us out with what it is we are doing. And check out more at flamesnation.ca.